morning everybody, and welcome back to a new vlog. Hello, it's me, Aline. Today is the long awaited what I eat in a day. Oh my god, I thought it would never get here. I can't imagine how you guys must be feeling. I have finally decided just to give the people what they damn want, because it's become very clear that you guys want to see me cook and you want to see how I make the foods that I make. And I'm not gonna lie, I think that for the average 21-year-old, which is how old I am, I'm aware that I look probably in my early 30s. I get told this quite often. They're like, oh, I thought you were older. And I'm like, no, just an old soul, which is my way of saying I look ambiguously aged. Like, no one knows how old I am. It's just a pure delight. So I'm not gonna lie, for the average 21-year-old, I think that I know how to cook pretty damn well. I've always loved baking, I've always loved cooking, because I liked food a lot and I loved critiquing food. And so then I wanted to learn, like, okay, well, I can pinpoint what's wrong with this dish. How do I make this dish better? Okay, somebody else is cooking the dish. What if I made the dish and I had full control over what went in it? And also because I wanted to learn how to make homemade mac and cheese, and so that was the first thing that I learned to make when I was 10, 9, somewhere around there. I learned how to make homemade mac and cheese with a homemade cheese sauce, and I was like, hell yeah. Anyway, today's gonna be a really simple vlog. I'm just gonna go through the day. I know I said last week that it was gonna be what I eat in a week, but honestly that seemed a little overwhelming, especially since my last vlog was a full 7-day vlog. I didn't want to do another full like 5-day vlog, so I'm just gonna do what I eat in a day. And if it goes well, if you guys like this, if it gets views and likes and comments, I'll make another one. You guys will get more recipes, more food. Yeah, so today I woke up early. I woke up at 6:30 today, so it's already like 9 o'clock, but I've gotten a lot done, so now I'm ready to kind of like hit the ground running and make some food with y'all. I do have to work tonight, so I'm just gonna try to make everything kind of back to back to back. So I can just pop it in the fridge and then just eat it later, or Michelle can have it for dinner or something like that. So first things first is breakfast. And I thought that probably the most useful thing to make would be a veggie scramble. And this is something I've made a lot. I've made it in a lot of vlogs. Michelle taught me how to make this specific recipe, so maybe it was in one of her what I eat in the days. I hope not. Also, I know that I look a little homeless at the moment. What can you do? It's morning and I don't go to work till like 4, so I wasn't gonna get... Oh no, I rubbed my chin. Do you guys like my pigmentation? Isn't that fun? Yep. When people are just like, why don't you wear makeup? I'm like, because I have so many skin conditions, low-key. Like, this is a pigmentation issue that I've had since I was 9, and this is a part of another skin condition that I have where my skin produces too much protein. So anyway, let's get cooking and I'll show you guys what I eat in a day. So I'm in the kitchen now. Also, just like, I need to show you guys what's out the window at the moment, because it's the first day of October, aka the best month of the year. And New York is finally getting the fucking memo about what season it's supposed to be. If you see some oranging leaves over here. It was like 63 degrees in the morning. It's supposed to be like 78 later, but chilly mornings, that's a staple of fall. We're excited about that. Also, I know nobody asked for any plant updates, but this bad boy is finally back on track with his or her, we don't know, watering schedule, which is why this happened. See that? Crusty tips. We don't like it. I wasn't watering her enough. Now her topsoil is always moist, like it's supposed to be. She's so beautiful though. I can never pronounce the name of what she is, but my god, ain't she a stunner? Also, I'm gonna try to get her repotted in the next few weeks, because I want to repot all my plants before the weather gets too bad outside, so I can do it in our shared yard that we have with our apartment. Also, this ivy, I just changed her location. She used to be on the windowsill, but it was too much exposed light for her and she got all crusty. You can still see the remnants of some of the crust there. But I moved her and now she is really loving it. She's got so many new little budding leaves. It's so exciting. And up here is just the crown jewel of the apartment, personally, I think. I will put a before picture right here so that you guys can see how she's a-doing. I have a couple more plants. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 plants over here. So by the way, it is like my pride and joy that like I take care of the plants in the apartment. I love plants. I've gotten really good at really looking them up and making sure I know what their needs are and where they should be and where they should sit. Let me show you guys Michelle's one plant that she has from her old apartment and how it's doing. Okay, come with me. So this is Michelle's snake plant. Michelle just ended up calling him Bubba. Michelle's had him for about a year, and this shit is happening. And she is in charge of literally one plant in the entire apartment, and he's dying. He's dying. So what happened? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna try to repot him in the next few days, along with all my other plants, and hopefully I can get him into a healthy state, because right now he ain't looking so good. So anyway, now that I showed you all my plants, let's get to cooking. Oh, what is up? Bags under my eyes. For the veggie scramble, you are gonna need eggs, obviously, broccoli, potatoes, cauliflower, a yellow onion, and some vegan mozzarella or mozzarella regular, I don't know. And then you're gonna get started. Okay, we've been making a mess over here. I've got some coffee that I'm sipping while I am showing you guys how this is done. I've chopped everything up. Full disclosure, I'm so bad at portioning out meals for one. 2 people, hell yeah, I'm so good at it. When I'm just cooking for me, I tend to make an excessive amount of food. And also, I usually have this scramble as my breakfast and lunch. I usually will eat around 10, and then it lasts me a really long time because I do sometimes make a crazy amount of food. Since I've become like an adult, whatever, especially a creative professional, I guess you can call it that, whatever, I have found that to maximize time in my day, it's better not to eat like 3 square meals. I find it better to like combine breakfast and lunch and then have a snack and have dinner, as opposed to having 1, 2, 3, just because it saves time. I tend to make my meals myself, and so sometimes it just takes a minute. So yeah, little fun fact, I tend to eat 2 meals a day. Not that I'm at all cutting back. Like, the idea that I would be restricting at all is laughable. So back to this boy. Now I'm just gonna put this bad boy here. Spray her with a little olive oil spray. I try to do like a medium to low flame, just because the high is really extreme on this bad boy. Great job. Woo. Graceful. I'm gonna season it with some fresh salt and pepper now, and then I'm gonna cover it and just let it sit for a bit. Personally, I love olive oil as the means to fry / saute all the shit that I fry and saute. I think that we have a real like olive oil fear sometimes as a cooking, eating community. It's shocking to me. People sometimes, I will like go off about it online and they're just like, it's a fat. I'm like, it's really healthy fat, like for your brain. It's got a lot of omegas in there. I've never personally gotten it. I feel like if you're gonna nitpick what is good for you, what is bad for you, you end up with like no food except for like a leaf on your plate, and you're like, yummy. You're convincing nobody that you actually mean yummy. So that's how I feel about that. Now I'm just gonna let it sit. Fun fact, I think that a lot of people like over stir things a lot. I personally like to cover it and let it sit for a bit because I like a charred vegetable a little bit. So that's just me. If you want to saute like this, feel free to do that. Oh my god, why am I so pale? I should not be this pale. It's only October. Okay, you can usually tell by looking at the potato how cooked through they are. They're still a little raw. They're still a little raw. You can see how it's like light and dark. They're not one even color because some of it's cooked, some of it's not. Because I don't want them to get too soft because they will make the scramble gritty. They'll all kind of mush together a little bit. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn up the heat so that they sear as opposed to slow cook. And we're gonna cover them again. So that's a pro tip from me to you. That's all. See, that's looking a whole lot better now because the potato has been cooked throughout. It's got a little bit of a scorching there along the edge. Some people don't like
vegan cheese. And I don't usually love vegan cheese. I'd rather have real cheese. But the vegan mozzarella at Trader Joe's is pretty dang good. Okay, no, it's eggs. I have 3 eggs, by the way. I don't know if you guys caught that. 3 eggs should be good. And then you're just gonna blend it up. Not too much. I think that people make a mistake with scrambled eggs a lot where they really just like beat the shit out of it. Where I think it's nice to have a little bit of a division between white and yolk. But that's just me and my opinions. Alright, now I'm gonna take the heat off. I always take the heat off when the eggs are still glistening a little bit, because if not, it will continue to cook in a hot pan, you know? And you don't want to get dry, disgusting eggs. So bam, that's a scramble. I just topped it with a little bit of the paleo chipotle mayo. It's made with avocado oil, and it just helps add an extra bit of spice, another extra flavor, as well as moistening the dish as a whole. Not that I just like to eat a pile of baby food. So that is breakfast. If it was for longer, I think I would have liked it, but I'm only here, so I'm now in my room, and I'm gonna take a break in between cooking meals to do a little bit of a pickup. Guys, let me show you my closet, because y'all gonna be ashamed. So these are my pants, just balls of clothing. Those are shirts, I guess. There's a bandana here, I don't know, categories. And then I don't know what goes in there. I think it's supposed to be my lounge drawer. I'm gonna make my bed though, because that's something that I really crave in my life. So yeah, let's get her done, hun. Bam. Bed is made. Hi. Okay, we're back. We're back and on to another meal. So I'm kind of cheating a little bit, because whether this counts as a meal is up to you. I am making a smoothie, which is technically a second breakfast, but I consider it also a snack. But a lot of you guys have reached out to me when I used to post all the time about my green smoothie and be like, how'd you make it? So thought I'd show you. So I've got my Ninja all set up here and ready to go. I used to have a NutriBullet, but they kept fucking breaking. We went through like 3 and they kept breaking. So Ninja it is, and the Ninja's been doing awesome. So that's my 2 cents. So I just put a frozen banana in the Smoothie Ninja. Now I'm gonna add some frozen mango. Next, some frozen strawberries. I'm also gonna add some frozen peaches. I don't know if you count on, but the key I think to a really good green smoothie is using pale fruits. You don't want to use anything with too much pigmentation. I mean, you can, but then you run the risk of it coming out brown. Or, I mean, worst case scenario though, if you use something like acai or blueberries, you'll get like a really blue, purple pigmentation, and that's aesthetically pleasing. So you can do that too. I just like it when it looks green, because then you can be like, oh, I'm just basically drinking a salad. And then we're just gonna add a whole bunch of spinach. Hell yeah. I love spinach because it literally tastes like fucking nothing. You're like, wow, am I eating air? I think so. Just kidding, it has a taste, but it's very subtle. So I really like putting it in everything. So that's a whole bunch of spinach right there. The liquid is really up to you. Sometimes I use water and sometimes I use a milk substitute. I rarely use like whole milk. I find that it gives my throat like a filmy thing. I'm gonna go put in some oat milk probably. I've been obsessed with oat milk. I moved to Brooklyn and instantly became obsessed with oat milk. I feel ashamed that I am now stereotyped, but it's delicious. And you know what? Way more environmentally friendly than almond milk. So y'all can say whatever you want about oat milk, but it's delicious. We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind if your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance with no friend of mine. Michelle recently started adding almond butter to her smoothies, and she says that that's really good too. So feel free to experiment, man. I don't know. This is just what I've been doing for years. So, you know, what do I know? I think I'm gonna go ahead and add some chia seeds for some extra protein. That tastes so good. I know whenever I watch people like freak out about smoothies when they taste them, I'm always just like, how good can it actually be? Can you just shut up? But this tastes so good. I'm so happy. Sometimes it doesn't come out this good. Oh, I'm so pleased. So I was just getting some work done and applying for some stuff, and I got an audition. Woo, we love that. I got an audition, and it's for a really cool project. But anyway,
I have to rap in my audition, and I've never rapped before for an audition ever. I've like fake rapped in my home to Hamilton and Nicki Minaj's Super Bass, but that's it. And now I have to prepare a rap for Saturday. Of course, I'm gonna try my best and I'm gonna do it. But anyway, I just panic listened and did some rap. I am not very good. Okay, meal number 3. This is one that I'm actually not gonna be eating. I'm making it for Michelle tonight when she gets home from work, because I'm going to work tonight. They usually feed me there, so there's no point in me having 2 dinners now, is there? So yeah. And it is for the oh so highly requested goat cheese twice baked potatoes. Twice baked? Twice roasted? I don't really know what they're called. So anyway, little pot on the stove. We're gonna boil that water. There we go. We're just gonna blast that until the water boils. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna go ahead and make 6. And while those are boiling, we're gonna preheat our oven, like make it hot. I don't know. My oven can be a bit finicky. Yeah, 450, 425, somewhere around there where they're gonna get nice and crispy once we put them in. And then also, you should have some thawed chicken ready to go. I have mine in my fridge. Been thawing it all morning in some cold water. Bok bok, very nice. Yeah, those are boiling. Cook them until a fork goes into them. If you've ever made mashed potatoes, homemade mashed potatoes, do it like that, like you're making mashed potatoes. Okay, so my camera lens is super foggy, so I can't get too close. But do you see that? Do you see how easy that goes in and out? Do you see how easy that goes in and then out again? It's supposed to be like butter. I'm gonna take them out now. All right, we got some baby potatoes here on our pan, and I'm about to crack them. What I use is this flat-ish wooden spoon. I like how it's a little bit flat and yet a little bit curved because it makes it excellent for smashing. I am watching a little bit of The Politician here, so pardon me while I do that. So, cracked. And you can do that to all of them. All right, guys, we're about to drizzle these honeys in some olive oil. All right, you want them evenly covered. Bam. 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 Oh, that's too much. Well, you're living, you're learning to take one step at a time. So now you're just gonna gently toss them. Be careful, because you don't want see, you don't want them to do that. But that's okay. You'll just treat it like a puzzle. There. Salt. Pepper. Now we're gonna pop them in our preheated oven at 450 degrees until they get crispy. Okay, so I've got this cheeky little chicken breast here. Hey. And we're gonna take it out of this little Ziploc where it's been thawing. I don't know about you, but I don't know a lot about meat. I have never known a lot about meat. No, my mom only eats fish and turkey, and so growing up I didn't have a lot of access to like chicken. I didn't really learn how to work with meat until I was older, probably until I was about 18 years old. So basically, I massage the breast, guys. I massage the chicken breast, and I do that not because I know that it is right, but because I think I saw it in a movie once. So we're massaging it. Yeah, sorry for all vegetarians and vegans maybe watching this. Cooking chicken makes me so nervous, y'all, because of the whole E. coli sitch. So I use a combined set of seasonings on my chicken. I use a combination of this everyday spices with ginger from Trader Joe's, and then this one, which is the Southwest blend that I made up. I will leave a link to a recipe that's very similar that I based mine off of, but I'll link Emerald's Southwest seasoning below because it's really similar. I just crack some of that on the chicken. I really like well-seasoned foods. My mom was a real fan of salt and pepper growing up, and since then I've just kind of decided to fly the coop to stay within the chicken theme. Aren't you surprised? We're gonna spray some olive oil on her. And this is gonna give it a spice, a nice kick, because the potatoes are gonna be pretty simple. So it's fun to add some spice there. So that's what the chicken looks like in the pan, and we're gonna get her cooking. We're gonna cover, I don't know if that's the right move, but we're gonna do that. So I took my chicken off of the burner. Also, I always recommend, especially if you're starting cooking,
chicken and you haven't cooked it before, always check your chicken. Always check to make sure it's all cooked through and there isn't, and it isn't too pink. You don't want to get ill, right? You don't want to get sick. So make sure that you cook your bird. All right? All right. I'm gonna check my potatoes. See how they're doing. They're not perfect, but they are pretty good. You can see on the bottom that they are pretty brown and crispy. So I've plated everything up and I'm about to just top the potatoes with a little extra salt, a little extra pepper, and of course the goat cheese. So I have mine here. I get mine at Trader Joe's, no big. I prefer crumbling it off from the solid bar as opposed to buying it pre-crumbled, but that's just me. And boom, she done. Look how good that looks. Yeah, just as much goat cheese as you'd like, really. Personally, I can't get enough goat cheese. It is my latest king. It's a love affair, what can I say? Normally, I would pair this meal with a salad, as you guys have seen in past vlogs, but because I'm just gonna put this in the fridge for Michelle, I'm gonna cover it and put it in the fridge for Michelle, I don't want the lettuce to wilt in balsamic dressing, so this is how you make this. Okay, so the cooking portion of the video is over. I am now getting ready for work. Hi guys, so I'm now ready for work and I'm gonna head out and go. I don't know how much of the rest of the day I'm gonna vlog, just because the main event is over and work tends to be pretty boring and I don't vlog at work mostly. So yeah, maybe I'll talk to you after, maybe not, we'll see.